What's up, guys? Dana here, and I just got back from spending a week in Boise, Idaho, not to farm potatoes, but to hang out at ClickFunnels and work with Russell, and it was unbelievable. So I feel guilty not sharing some of it with you guys because you're probably thinking, wow, why did Russell have a goat farmer at his office with him? And honestly, I don't know why he did that. I feel like maybe he felt sorry for me. I don't know. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. But so here's the coolest thing. So I'm gonna give you the 3 takeaways. There's no pitch here, just giving you 3 takeaways, okay? So first of all, just for context, I went out there and worked with him directly for 3 days. So I was in his office, not just his building, I was in his office with him, Melanie, and Steven. It was unbelievable. And I'll just give you the 3 takeaways I got from it. So number 1, I don't know if you can read that, but Russell, is as real and authentic as you think he is. So I had briefly met him for 10 seconds at a mastermind event what's this month? I think last April. It was awesome, but I didn't really get to know him at all, right? From that, I got to spend 3 full days with the guy and his staff and see how they work and what they do and see them handle everyday stuff and stresses and awesome stuff and all that stuff. They are 100% real and authentic, okay? So what you see is actually what you get from them. So if anybody had any, like, sort of, even myself, I didn't know what to expect. I thought they'd be that, but I didn't know because I'd never seen it. So if anyone's on the fence thinking, like, is that dude legit? Is he real? Yes, 100%. Number 2, Russell is one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. I grew up around farmers, okay? So hard work to me is just normal, right? Like workaholics, my parents are workaholics, every farmer is a workaholic. This guy, hardest worker I think I've ever seen. And so just for like a little context, the reason I tell you this isn't like to just fluff Russell, but it's to show you like, hey, what does it look like for the CEO or co-founder of a 9-figure company? Like, what does their day look like? It's not shooting golf balls on the golf course. This dude is literally, he's working from like 9 a.m. So he's got 5 kids. So he deals with his kids and his wife in the morning. And then he gets in at about 9 a.m. from when I was there. And he works until like 6 p.m. Then he has to go hang out with his kids and wife again. And then once they're in bed at like 10 or 11, he goes back to work, either at his office or at his home office. So he's literally, from the days I was there, he put in probably like, I don't know, I can't do math. He probably puts in like 12-hour days every day. Like, that's normal. So I'm not advocating for that, but he has a work-life balance outside of work and still pulls that off. Like, dude doesn't sleep. So, and I went there thinking like, yo, like, I'm a hard worker, like, let's go. And I'm like in awe of what he's able to do. So my point is, there's no escaping hard work. Like, it's like you have to do it. Even when you're there where he is, like, he's doing it. So I will say the caveat though. The dude loves it. He legitimately loves what he does, and I don't think he'd be putting in 12 hours if he didn't love it and sacrificing sleep. So the faster, I know it's so cliche, everybody says it, the faster you can find what you love in what you do, the better. So for me, I just delegate and outsource everything I hate. Like, I can't do accounting or legal stuff or like boring stuff. I can't do that. Like, I have my team do that. And I know if you're starting out, you don't have a team yet, you can delegate that to Thursday, right? Or just, it has to get delegated. So just get in the rhythm of like, when something's amazing, immerse yourself in it and just do that, right? And then throw the other stuff to the side to get to it later. Don't just, like, it's like an incoming thing, like something that's gonna hit you. Just put up your shield, let it deflect off, and then go deal with it when you're done doing your awesome thing, okay? Because that's how I see it. when stuff that I don't want to do comes at me, it's like a bullet. Like I like to dodge it. Like screw that. I'm not just gonna I'm not gonna shoot back until I'm good and ready. You know what I'm saying? So delegate it to your staff or your team. If you don't have a team, build one. If you can't build one yet, delegate it to Thursday. I don't know why. It's a Thursday, and Thursdays are gonna suck from now on because you've delegated all the sucky stuff to Thursdays. Yeah, try it. And then the third thing is, for Russell, it's all about ROI. Okay, so what that means is, and this is not just work related, but life. If there's not an ROI for him on something, he doesn't do it. Because I remember asking him like, hey man, how do you justify standing in line at the DMV or the grocery store or going shopping? Like, how do you do that when you could be making millions of dollars or doing something better? And he's like, well, whether or not I do something is not based on opportunity cost of doing it. It's based on, do I get an ROI? So his ROI isn't just money, financial. It's also, does he get an ROI with his wife? Does he get an ROI with his kids? So going school shopping might be something that I personally would think is just a ridiculous, outrageous thing, just have someone else do it. But for him, he gets an ROI with his kids and his wife for doing that, right? So that's worth more than money. Okay, so that was a good mindset shift for me too, because I'm thinking to myself, as an entrepreneur, shit, I can't even go get a haircut because that's money I'm leaving on the table from opportunity cost. But in reality, maybe getting that haircut is time I can spend with Becca or something like that. So if there's an ROI there, hell, that's awesome. And the other thing that's nice about looking at it this way is that it makes saying no easy, right? So if you have a buddy that wants to go get drinks on a Wednesday night, is there any ROI in that? Or what's the ROI? You have an ROI with the buddy, right? But maybe there's no ROI for your business or for your family and relationships, right? So ask yourself, is there an ROI? If there's not, you say no, right? All of the billionaires, I think it was Warren Buffett maybe, I don't remember who, but somebody said the number one thing that all billionaires have in common is their ability to say no. They say no to everything and everyone. Does it suck? Yes. Is it fun? No, it's not fun. I've had to go through this myself. Sometimes you have to, people will literally stop being your friend if you start telling them no. And then you start to realize, oh, they were just my friend because I never said no. Right? Your true friends will be like, oh, wow, I get why you're saying no, or at least talk to you and be like, hey, how come we don't do this stuff anymore? And I'm like, well, because there's not an ROI for me. If we could find stuff that gives us an ROI, a better ROI, let's do that. And they're like, okay, awesome. And then you have a small group of people who are really, really, really close to you and awesome with you. And then all the other people can be gone because they're not helping you. Okay? So again, here's the three things. You want to model this? I would highly suggest it. Be as real and as authentic as you are in video, as you are in real life. Let them see it. Let them see you. Okay? There's no substitute for hard work, but if you can get to making your work something you love by outsourcing and delegating stuff and getting that off of your everyday plate. So again, delegate it to your team. If you don't have a team, start building one. If you can't start building one right now, delegate it to Thursday. Okay? And then if there's not an ROI on something, don't do it. Okay? That's what I got. There's so much awesome stuff that happened, but from a practical standpoint, those are the three main takeaways that I got from hanging out with the most brilliant person I've ever met in my life, and his whole staff and whole team. So anyway, there you have it. Make sure, what do you think? Do you think this is all cool or is it horrible? Am I a horrible person for doing this? Let me know. Comment below. Whatever questions you have too about it, I'm happy to answer. Goat Farmer invades Boise. Y'all get to see a little bit of the impact, aftermath, and there's some more really cool stuff coming. So anyway, let me know in the comments and let me know what you think of that and whatever questions you have. All right, talk soon.